Huh. What's up, Andropolis Nation? Beautiful, beautiful Friday today. I'm feeling the vibes. Sorry for being late. I pushed it back an hour and then was late for the live stream. I apologize. That's on me. But had a meeting that ran a little bit over. But we're here today. And guys, I think we've cracked the code. I think we've done it. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about. But I think we've done it. Go ahead and take a look at this right here. What we've done, we've taken our model and we have charted out all of the predicted, we've charted out all of the predictions as well as the players' ADPs, just to get an idea of like, where are the values, where are the pockets where we can find the most value? And kind of what we're seeing just from the top is Josh Jacobs is undervalued. Josh Jacobs should be going as one of the top running backs instead of being drafted as, what does he get drafted at? Where is Josh Jacobs in ADP? Josh Jacobs goes at 27.2. That is a lot later than he should be going, because my model projects him to be the RB1 this year. I know that there are some uncertainties around his contract and everything, but he finishes the RB3 last year. He's 25 years old now. 25 years old is typically when running backs hit their peak. So Josh Jacobs is probably going to hit his peak this year, and that's going to be incredible for fantasy. Josh McDaniels has shown a great affinity for using Josh Jacobs to the max, just handing him the rock a bunch of times a game, throwing him the ball, basically doing everything. And he's kind of the guy that you want to build your running back room around. I've basically mapped out exactly how to build out the max predicted possible points based off of what players we should be targeting in each round. I'm going to fine tune and hone in on this model, but this is kind of like what we're seeing from this perspective. I think if we go down and we go down to the top 10 players by each position, I know it might be a little bit hard to see. Let's see if we can zoom in for you all. How do we zoom on Google? Zoom. Okay, this might be a little bit easier for you guys to see. But like kind of some things that kind of pop out straight off the bat is like Daniel Jones is probably a little bit underpriced. He goes at pick 110.6, despite him being the fifth highest projected point total quarterback for this season. So Daniel Jones is definitely a guy that I probably don't have enough of. And with certain sorts of builds, I should probably be trying to grab a little bit more Daniel Jones. Kenny Pickett and Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray is a little bit of an anomaly because Kyler Murray might be – he's coming off a torn ACL, so there's a little bit of uncertainty with him there. Patrick Mahomes, I expect to finish as a top 5 quarterback probably. So I think Patrick Mahomes is a little bit mispredicted by the model, so I'll call that out. But when we look at the running back model that I built for fantasy points per game improved the accuracy of the model quite a bit. And we're able to get guys like Josh Jacobs, Joe Mixon much later than they should be getting drafted at. I expect Josh Jacobs and Joe Mixon to actually be ADP risers. So we'll probably get some closing line value even if we reach on them a little bit. CMC makes sense. Breece Hall is coming off of that ACL injury, so that might be a little bit of an iffy one, but it's definitely an interesting guy who's getting mispriced a little bit going in the mid third. But there's also Austin Eckler, obviously Saquon Barkley, like that makes sense. Alvin Kamara is a potential guy that could be just a massive value, especially if he doesn't get suspended this year. His price is super, super far down simply because of the potential of suspension concerns. But if he does play the entire year, he's going to be a massive value at ADP. And then Dameon Pierce is probably getting drafted a little bit too late as well. Okay, we just got slotted into the 109. That's going to kind of ruin our draft strategy a little bit based off of the guys we want to be targeting. But what we always say is we have to be flexible to our draft room. And this might open us up to some interesting sorts of targets here because we haven't drafted any Devontae Adams at this point because my season-long model didn't love Devontae Adams, but the points per game model actually does love Devontae Adams. He's our wide receiver 5, so I might have to update exactly what we've been saying this season. Maybe we could go like a Devontae Adams, Amon-Ra St. Brown sort of build, and then target Josh Jacobs in the 3rd round. We could go supremely unique and go Devontae Adams at 9, Josh Jacobs in the 2nd round, because I doubt many people are stacking those two unless Josh Jacobs has fallen to like the 3rd round. Where's my 3rd round pick? 3rd round is at 33. Josh Jacobs has an average ADP of 27.3. We could just like try to play it that way. That would be super, super interesting, and maybe let Devontae Adams fall to the 2nd round. Something like that. We gotta play it. We have to play this kind of interesting. Maybe go like Amon-Ra St. Brown in the 1st round. I don't know. Where's Diggs on here? Diggs is here as our 6th wide receiver. Man, I don't love being in the 9 spot for our particular draft strategy just because like it feels like a reach taking Josh Jacobs at pick 16. That feels just like a massive reach, just an entire round of ADP, whereas we could instead be grabbing a guy like this is gross. I don't know what to do here, guys. Let's go back to the actual draft room though, so you guys all can actually see. This is what you guys are here for. You guys are here for the actual draft room. So let's do this. We're out of the 9 spot. Our top guys. How do we want to build leverage? How do we want to build leverage in our room? How do we want to build the leverage? Let's sort by score. How do we want to build leverage? If Travis Kelce falls to pick 9, I think we just have to hit the button on him. All right, Kelce goes. That leaves us with Diggs. I know I've been drafting a shit ton of Diggs. Maybe we take Diggs and try to hope for Josh Allen to fall back to us, just because like we love Stephon Diggs. We'll just hit the draft button on him, just because I do think Stephon Diggs is in for another big season. Matching him with Josh Allen is definitely a prime sort of target that we can go after. So we'll go Diggs here since he slipped a little bit in ADP. The model has Diggs as our wide receiver 7, I want to say, which is about where he's getting drafted at. Wide receiver 8. He gets drafted as our wide receiver 6, so that's fine. Devontae Adams goes right after. Maybe Devontae Adams is someone I should be hitting the button on more often since he is our wide receiver 5 and he's a great pairing partner for Josh Jacobs. And that Las Vegas offense as a whole is kind of not a target for most people. But coming back to the model, we could, honestly, if Amon-Ra falls back to us, I think that's definitely the pick. If any of these 4, or I guess we're taking one of the big wide receivers. Wow, okay, so this is an interesting draft room. We're going to be able to get CeeDee Lamb and Stephon Diggs. I don't think that I've seen that build before. So this feels unique to start off the bat. I know that is our wide receiver 8 and our wide receiver 11, but this is how you build in uniqueness just straight off the bat, getting Stephon Diggs and CeeDee Lamb. I've never seen this sort of pairing. So this is a really unique build, in my opinion, that's getting built out right now, and that gives us a lot of stacking partners. Looking at like the Detroit game, Detroit, Dallas, looking at Buffalo, New England, and the New England stacks we could get super, super late. So I am surprised that CeeDee Lamb fell to me at 2-4, and I will take that to the bank, obviously. And like the way that we're building out our team, it feels like Tony Pollard is definitely a target. I don't think Tony Pollard is going to fall to us. Josh Allen's a target. I'd be surprised if Josh Allen falls to us. We obviously want our RB1, Josh Jacobs. If we can't get Josh Jacobs, we could hit a Ramondre Stevenson just for the bring back on Stephon Diggs. So there's some interesting stuff here. If they all go, we could look at like a Breece Hall, since he is our model's RB4, and I think he's going a little bit too late. We could look at Lamar Jackson because we don't have enough Lamar Jackson at this point. We have 6% Lamar Jackson. We want to be increasing that as much as possible. Tony Pollard goes. That makes sense. Patrick Mahomes goes. Let's hope and pray for Josh Allen to fall back to us. We have 15% Josh Allen, so we have a lot, but we want as much Josh Allen as possible this season. So give me Josh Allen at our pick, please, and thank you. And this is the Untitled episode. This is the self-titled episode because my name's Josh. We're targeting all the Joshes in this draft. We have Stephon and CeeDee. Actually, fun fact, I met Stephon Diggs a few years back at the Black Lives Matter march in D.C. I have a picture with him, so I'm saving that picture for when I hopefully win Best Ball Mania, and Stephon Diggs is on that final roster. He's going to be the big shout-out man. Ramondre Stevenson gets taken. That's unfortunate. Hopefully, so this guy has 2 running backs. Hopefully he has to go for a receiver. Dan Rowe has quarterback, running back. He probably has to go for a receiver. Hopefully the receiver run starts at this point. And then we'd have to just fade Matt and Cam 23 for sniping us on Josh Allen. That'd be really, really nice if we can get Josh Allen. But Devo does have the badge, so he might be pretty experienced and know that Josh Allen is the best pick here. So Devo, I think the 2 that I have to fade, yeah, there he goes. Yeah, Devo is played it sharp right there. He takes Josh Allen from us, steals our stack, but that's okay. We're probably gonna target a Dak Prescott to stack him with Mr. CeeDee Lamb. Where's Dak on our rankings? Oh, Dak QB 15, not the greatest sort of value there. Let's hope that one of these running backs falls to us. If they both get taken, I'll probably just cry. But then I guess I would just take Lamar as my elite quarterback. Would feel pretty nice to get Lamar here as well. But obviously want to target. All right, Josh Jacobs gets taken. That's unfortunate. We'll grab either Breece Hall or Lamar Jackson. He has he has Travis Kelce. Okay, we'll see what he does. But we're gonna go Breece Hall or Lamar Jackson with our pick. And that gives us a lot of interesting stacking partners with Lamar's wide receivers. Lamar Jackson is our quarterbacks or our model's QB3. Keenan Allen gets taken. Really interesting. I'm going to hit Breece Hall here because I think Breece Hall is just an absolute dog. And hopefully Lamar Jackson falls back to us. If not, that's okay. But I think Breece Hall was the last of those elite running backs. He slots in as our RB4. And we're going to hope to grab Joe Mixon in like the 5th round because Joe Mixon's ADP is at 53.8. Our next pick is at 57. So we'll just have to hope for Joe Mixon to fall back to us. Looks like Najee and Lamar both go. Probably at our pick. The optimal picks here are Amari Cooper or Jahmyr Gibbs, just to grab those stacks. And I feel really good about getting an Amari or a Jahmyr Gibbs on this specific build. If all of them get taken, maybe we could go a little bit unique and go like Mike Williams as our wide receiver 3, just because of the upside potential that he possesses. But I think Jahmyr Gibbs is Jahmyr or Amari. Where does our model have Deshaun? Deshaun's at QB 16. It's a little bit lower than what I was expecting. So Amari and Gibbs both fall to us here at our pick. Amari and Gibbs both fit our build. Let's go ahead and take Amari Cooper then. Because Amari Cooper as our wide receiver 3 feels pretty good. And I don't have enough Amari Cooper. I have a lot of Jahmyr Gibbs, and like I know he fits this roster pretty well, but I think we're going to go ahead and try to target. Jahmyr Gibbs goes right after. That's a good pick. I was considering him, but I think our third wide receiver is a little bit more important than our second running back because we could opt for more of a hero RB team, but we're going to try to grab Joe Mixon next round. If he doesn't fall to us, that's okay because that opens us up to more wide receivers, especially in that 4 or 5 range, which I'm a big fan of the wide receivers that go in that range. But Joe Mixon is definitely our target at our pick. And that would lock us up for 2 top 5 running backs. I know Joe Mixon doesn't necessarily fit the sort of build that we're going for, but I think that's okay because I think when you're looking at the running back position, the stacks don't necessarily matter as much because the amount of correlation between the running backs and like a quarterback or a wide receiver isn't as tied to each other because a carry isn't going to impact the other two. Whereas if a quarterback is passing to a receiver, obviously if one gets the points, the other one gets the points as well. So that makes sense from a stacking perspective, but a running back, not so much. So Mixon's the top pick here. If Mixon doesn't make it to us, who else could we consider? We'll just wait for Kamara later on. Let's go back to the wide receivers. The top guy for us would be a Christian Kirk. Or a Mike Evans. Christian Kirk is the top guy on the board. Chandler says, "What's good, Mr. Undroppable? What is up, Chandler? How you doing? Glad to have you on the stream today. I don't think I recognize you. Thank you for joining us today. It's quite a pleasure having you. But okay, back to the draft. If Justin Fields falls to us, that feels really interesting because he would fall an entire round past ADP. And a Justin Fields, Stephon Diggs, CeeDee Lamb, Amari Cooper, Breece Hall, adding Justin Fields, that feels really, really strong. So Justin Fields is going to be our top option at our pick. So Dan Rowe grabs Christian Kirk. But if the room lets Justin Fields fall to us, I think we take Justin Fields. And that opens us up to some interesting things. If Justin Fields gets taken, then we'll go Joe Mixon. If Justin Fields and Joe Mixon both get taken, then we are in another interesting spot. Would probably take like a Brandon Ayuk since we've been drafting a ton of Brandon Ayuk. The model is Brandon Ayuk. Brandon Ayuk is only after Mike Evans, and we'll probably be able to get Mike Evans on the bring back. Brandon Ayuk gets taken, so that's unfortunate. Pittman gets taken. Hopefully, Matt and Cam, you're going to pass on Fields. Don't take Mixon. You need a wide receiver, so you're going to take JSN. Matt and Cam, you're going to take JSN? What you gonna do? So there's been just a run on wide receivers and running backs. Joe Mixon. Damn it. All right, Watt Fisher. He takes Fields. All my guys got taken. That is just like the most unlucky run of picks that happened to us. But that's okay. Maybe we settle for a Herbie. Damn, this is a tough spot. Herbert, QB 11. Yeah, I guess we'll go Herbert. I didn't love it, but I think Herbert is the best pick here. He has a little bit of correlation with Buffalo, and then we can also focus on getting some of the Denver guys a little bit later on in the draft. So we'll have to play this kind of uniquely. I wasn't planning on taking Herbert on this team, but we're definitely going to want to get like a Quentin Johnston, Gerald Everett to stack out that Chargers-Denver Week 17 matchup. So we'll see Madison going in the 5th round. I do not want anything to do with Alexander Madison. Really unfortunate that Joe Mixon and Justin Fields goes 2 picks before us, but that's okay. We're going to focus on grabbing like Mike Evans at the 6'4", and just continue to lean into our hero RB build. I think the only other guy that I could consider is like a Dameon Pierce. Because adding Dameon Pierce to this team opens us up to the Houston, Tennessee, but looks like Dameon Pierce goes. So I guess as all these guys just keep grabbing running backs, we'll just profit and take the other guys around the running backs. Well, there seems to have been a little bit of a run on running backs. So let's go ahead and grab Mr. Mike Evans. We have a decent amount of JSN at this point. JSN as a wide receiver 4 feels pretty good, though. No, we're going to want to target Alvin Kamara on this team. So we're going to grab Mike Evans and then try to get Kamara on the back end because we weren't able to get any Seattle or Pittsburgh guys. I guess Pickens is right here. So like maybe that could have worked, but I don't expect Pickens to fall to pick 81. Chandler Roll says I got quality commentary and takes. I appreciate that. I try to give you as many actionable sort of insights that you guys can take away from this draft or from any of my drafts. Rat Beer seems to be leaning into this wide receiver heavy build as well. He's got a pretty elite wide receiver room. The only leverage I have against him is Justin Herbert and Breece Hall, and I kind of like having that sort of leverage against him. We'll see who he takes in this round. Maybe he goes another receiver and goes like Mr. Lockett, but we don't have too much Tyler Lockett at this point. I probably need more Tyler Lockett. Rat Beer, what are you going to do? Rat Beer's the one that like I'm interested to see how he builds out his team because he's gone 5 wide receivers. He goes a 6th wide receiver. Help him. What is up? Yo, what is good with you? How you been? How you doing? Let's check. Let's check our optimal build screen. Who's their 7th round target? Gabe Davis. Gabe Davis does fit this team because of the way that we've built our roster. I think Gabe Davis makes a lot of sense for this team as our wide receiver 5. So Gabe Davis is our target at pick 81. Hopefully he slides there. If Gabe Davis does not make it to us, I guess we would look at Quentin Johnston. But our optimal picks are Gabe Davis, Quentin Johnston, 7 and 8. But hopefully it falls that way. It looks like a lot of these guys don't have their wide receivers. So the receivers in that range would probably be their target. Hopefully they don't steal Mr. Quentin Johnston or Mr. Gabe Davis from us. Well, Gabe Davis would be our pick on the front end, so we wouldn't have to worry about that. Can't complain, man. It's all good. What about you? Hey, it's going great with me, man. This is a beautiful morning, or I guess afternoon now, and we're drafting a winner. We're drafting a beast of a team with Justin Herbert, Breece Hall, Stephon Diggs, CeeDee Lamb, Amari Cooper, Mike Evans. It feels nice. It feels strong. So we love it. Back to the draft. I might even just to get as many of these as possible because I'm feeling great this morning, and we're trying to apply as many of our actionable insights to our drafts. We're just going to hop into another draft room and hope for the best in that one. Quentin Johnston does get stolen from us, so that kind of hurts. But we're going to keep trying to hammer out our draft. They both get stolen from us. That really sucks. That really, really sucks. So that's why I hopped into another draft room because I am not liking the way that the room is getting drafted out from underneath us. I'm not happy with that one bit. This hurts, guys. I don't like it. Maybe we just kind of go a little bit different with our build now because all of our guys are kind of getting stolen from us. Javonte gets taken. Jahan Dotson is the top guy on the board. He has week 16 correlation with Jahan Dotson. I like my Washington boys. We have Antonio Gibson that we could grab later. Okay, I guess screw it. We know Jahan Dotson is an elite player. He's a second-year wide receiver who might be getting taken a little bit too late. So we'll go ahead and get our 5th wide receiver through 7 rounds. Maybe we'll even get like a Brandon Cooks in the 8th round, and then that gives us this prime stacking partner with Dak Prescott later on. So we'll see. We could even look at like a Rashad White or an Elijah Moore, but I think we'd rather get like a DPJ than an Elijah Moore. But this is looking pretty good so far. Elijah Moore gets reached on. I would never do that. I think the pick at our pick would be something like a Brandon Cooks. I think that makes the most sense, stacking him with CeeDee Lamb. And I don't have any Brandon Cooks, and I want to have a little bit of exposure to him. Chandler says I need to reach out to Liam Murphy. I will definitely do that. I've had a lot of guests on my stream so far, and having Liam Murphy on the stream would be pretty freaking good since he's won Best Ball Mania before. But looks like we get the 101 in this draft. This one's going to be the winner, guys. I feel it already. Let me go ahead and queue up Justin Jefferson already. But I think I know exactly how I want to build that team out. I have plans. I know exactly. Oh my God, guys! I know exactly how we're going to build that team out. Yeah, I'm excited. I Justin Jefferson, Cooper Cup. I'm going to go Justin Jefferson, and then for some of our 104 teams, we're going to try to build out a Cooper Cup. Maybe even a 102. We'll go Cooper Cup. Pacheco, he gets taken. So I think the pick is Brandon Cooks, unless he gets stolen from us. If Brandon Cooks does get stolen from us, I think that we would take. Okay, Brandon Cooks is still on the board. We would take him as our 6th wide receiver. I don't have any Brandon Cooks, but it feels good stacking him with CeeDee Lamb. And we have a lot of backdoor stacks. Get out of here, help him. My first pick should be Antonio Gibson. No, we're going Justin Jefferson. We're locking up the 101 Justin Jefferson. Actually, for all you folks at home who aren't aware, let me go ahead and show you guys something pretty beautiful. Let me close this for a second. Our wide receiver 1 actually is Mr. Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp is someone that I am really high on this year. I've been grabbing a lot of Cooper Kupp between like picks 3 and 5. That's just the Cooper Kupp range for me. So grabbing a lot of Cooper Kupp this year. So he's my 101. But we need to be drafting some more of these other guys. Like I have a decent amount of Stephon Diggs. I'm a little bit upset that I wasn't able to stack Mr. Herbie with any of his boys. So this feels a little bit like an unstacked Justin Herbert team. I mean, we'll definitely try to add like Josh Palmer and Gerald Everett later on in the draft. But the room is not falling kindly to us in this particular draft room. So we're definitely going to just start hammering the running back position, going like Monty, James Cook, Alvin Kamara, Zach Charbonnet. Maybe this even works out for like a David Njoku sort of build. AJ Dillon. How do we rank out Brian Robinson? I'm curious because you guys know how much I have a distaste for Mr. Brian Robinson, but I'm curious what my model thinks about Mr. Brian Robinson. B-Rob is RB77 on this list. So, yeah, I will definitely not be drafting any Brian Robinson. I'd rather take Chris Rodriguez in the 18th round over Brian Robinson in the whatever round I would have to take him in. Lazard is a nice bring back. Yeah, we're going to be just grabbing all of these guys. Actually, I don't want Rashad Penny on this team. It doesn't fit it. Damian Harris, even Khalil Herbert, Elijah Mitchell, even Kincaid, Jamal Williams. These are kind of some of the guys I'm looking to target. Kendre Miller fits this team too. Greg Dulcich, we need to be grabbing that game stack even more. Who else? Devin Singletary, DPJ, Marvin Mims for sure, Gerald Everett for sure, Tyquan Thornton, even Sam Laporta makes sense, Jerome Ford. I actually don't want Jeff Wilson on this team. Taysom Hill, Curtis Samuel, Dawson Knox, Tyler Conklin, the San Francisco boys, they make sense for this team. Sam Howell makes sense. Mecole, Matt Daddy, Tim Patrick, Marvin Jones, Jake Ferguson, Josh Palmer. All of these guys make sense. Even Justin Ross, just random Justin Ross makes sense. Michael Carter doesn't make sense with Breece Hall. Corey Davis, Cedric Tillman. Okay, that feels pretty good. I have a lot of guys queued up. Actually, even Michael Thomas and JMO. We can bring those guys to the top. Dak Prescott also makes sense. I think I'd rather have Dak Prescott on my second pick rather than my first one. But having a room of Dak Prescott and Justin Herbert feels pretty good for our quarterbacks. I think I would really like that. But I think, I wanted Alvin Kamara to fall to me right there. That sucks. That was going to be our RB2. The room does not fall the way that we want it to. Let's see how this room is doing. Bijan, Eckler, McCaffrey, Stephon Diggs, Nick Chubb. Okay, so the running backs are getting pushed down a little bit in this. We have a lot of red badges in this room. That makes me feel good about grabbing our guys because hopefully these guys stay a little bit more towards how ADP is falling. But maybe we just go ahead and grab our 7th wide receiver in this range. And just game stat. Maybe JMO is our bring back. Is this Wah Fisher? Is he on the stream? Is he just sniping all of our guys like that? Like, what is he doing? Michael Thomas doesn't fit this team. Damn. Damn, guys, damn. All right, we're going to go ahead and just take Dak Prescott just to stack him with all the Dallas boys. And we'll find another Detroit. So we're going to find a Detroit bring back and I don't even know what other bring back we need. But the Dallas-Detroit game seems to be the primary game we're going to target. Looks like all of the Detroit boys, those guys are already all gone. So I don't know what's going to happen there. But we have our two quarterbacks. We don't have to worry about the quarterback position anymore. We're almost on the clock in this room. I think we know exactly the guys that we're going to want to double tap here. Because as long as Tallis Matt and Mr. McChicken don't take our guys from us, Mr. McChicken, who is your other guy? You have Jamar Chase, Derrick Henry. Guys, this is the winning team. I'm telling you. We're gonna go ahead and grab QB1 Josh Allen, RB1 Josh Jacobs. This is the Josh team. Okay, if you start your room, Josh Allen, Josh Jacobs, Justin Jefferson, that is the perfect way to build your roster. This is gonna stay within me and you guys here on the stream today. I'm not gonna post this anywhere because I think this is how you win Best Ball Mania. You draft Justin Jefferson, Josh Jacobs, Josh Allen, or I got to keep some stuff for myself. I can't give away all my secrets to you guys. But this feels really, really nice. Josh Allen, Josh Jacobs, Justin Jefferson feels really, really good. And I think it's the right way to build any roster, any team. But okay, back to our draft room. But like I said, it feels really good just getting the best wide receiver in the NFL in Justin Jefferson. And hopefully those Vikings just throw the ball a shit ton. But we got our models RB1, QB1, and wide receiver 2. Because Justin Jefferson is the wide receiver 2 in the model. Cooper Kupp is wide receiver 1. But I will have a team with Cooper Kupp as my wide receiver 1, so don't worry. But I can't squander the 101 like that. So back to our draft. This is when we start hammering the running backs. So you guys know who our top guy is here. He correlates well. He fits the team. He is our boy. It is Mr. Antonio Gibson. I know Antonio Gibson is my RB2. Doesn't feel the best. But I believe in the Washington Commanders this year. I think that the offense is going to be much improved. So we're going to go ahead, hit the button on Antonio Gibson. He is correlated with Jahan Dotson. That Washington-San Francisco game has potential to be a high-scoring matchup. We'll just have to see how Washington performs this year. But I'm liking our team so far. It looks pretty beautiful. So let's go to this room, since this is the primary room we're going to focus on. Since we think that we have a very big shot for this team to be the winning roster. Starting the team, Justin Jefferson, Josh Allen, Josh Jacobs. It's the Josh Show. It's untitled. It's self-titled. Give me Josh Allen, Josh Jacobs. No better way to build our team. Hopkins planning on visiting the Titans and Patriots. Which team do you think is a better fit? I don't know. I think they're both poor fits. Obviously, neither team would be good for fantasy. But that's kind of why I haven't been drafting DeAndre Hopkins as his ADP has been rising. Because we just don't know where he's going to land. I saw as soon as he got released, he was getting drafted at like 2-3 turn, which is wild. But I was definitely in a few rooms, and now he's going at the 3-4 turn, which I think is a little bit more appropriate. But I kind of hate that entire range of wide receivers since it feels middling. There's a lot of risk. I actually just hate this entire area of the draft. But that's just me. But okay, we're 8 picks away. Who are some of the top? I think we have to just start hammering wide receiver now, which I like that we're in this sort of range of wide receivers. Let me pull up my model real quick. Christian Kirk, 4-5 turn. So we're at like pick 48. Christian Kirk is an option. Christian Kirk is a guy we can grab. Maybe we can grab Christian Watson for the stacking abilities. Did Keenan Allen get taken? Where's Keenan Allen? Why did I just not see him? Am I just blind? Oh, Keenan Allen went 3-2. Oh, geez. Oh, Mr. McChickens is targeting that Chargers game. I like that, actually. I like that he's probably gonna grab Mike Williams right there. So that feels pretty sharp. But that might allow Christian Watson to fall to us. I don't love Christian Watson, but my model says Christian Watson is gonna average like 10 points a game. That's like the same as like all of these other guys. And that feels unique. And we want to stack that Minnesota game. Christian Watson gets taken, so that kind of squanders that. But what does that open us up to? Let's think. Let's think, guys. Okay, I think I know my next two picks. Based off of how we have the optimal build planned out. Yeah, I think I know our next two picks. In this room is interesting. But okay. I know the two guys that I want on this team. Not gonna say it yet, just in case there's anybody watching the stream. Not gonna. Damn it! Stole Christian Kirk from us. That sucks. 9.6. Williams, Terry McLaurin, Mark Cooper. That sucks. That really freaking sucks. He's taking Mike Williams. If he doesn't, I'm definitely he definitely was going to take Mike Williams all day, every day. But okay, we'll go ahead and grab DJ Moore as our wide receiver 2, and we'll go ahead and grab Joe Mixon as our RB2. Feels good. This one we're definitely grabbing Pat Freiermuth. Can't believe Pat Freiermuth fell this far. We can get him unstacked, and like I'm okay with that. But we could also look at some Pittsburgh stacks later on. But getting Pat Freiermuth as our tight end 1 feels really, really good. I had to steal DJ Moore from Tallest Matt. Tallest Matt is building a pretty good roster over there, so I had to take DJ Moore away from him because we're already building the Josh stacks, and then so I couldn't have him grabbing DJ Moore in his roster as well. So we'll go ahead and grab DJ Moore, Joe Mixon. DJ Moore at 412 feels pretty good. Okay, but back to this room. This is a gross range since like we'd have to massively reach on a running back at ADP. So like I don't necessarily want to do that, but maybe we're just kind of forced to. I don't know how this is gonna. This just feels like a wrong range to be in. Maybe instead we just differentiate and go for the tight ends, and then focus on the running backs a little bit later on, and just start like hammering some late guys. I know that like. We've passed up our running backs massively. So I think what we need to do is build a 7 running back team. I haven't built a 7 running back team, but actually I have. I have some 2-7-7-2s. But maybe this is also like a 2-7-7-2 build because I think we're just going to have to just hammer the running back. I don't want to reach on ADP on any of these guys. So we'll kind of let the room fall to us, and we'll go ahead and grab our 2 tight end stack. Maybe we could even get like a Michael Gallup just to completely lock up that Dallas pass game. I don't love. I mean, I already have a decent amount of Michael Gallup, and if I'm taking Brandon Cooks, then that's kind of a bet against Michael Gallup. So it feels a little bit like a wasted pick if I take Michael Gallup. Adam Thielen opens us up to Carolina as well. I don't think I want Michael Gallup on this team. We could take Chigo or Dalton Schultz. We'll see. Chigo opens us up to the Houston. I guess Houston, Tennessee, we could take either of these guys, and that opens us up to that game stack. I think I believe in the Houston offense a little bit more than the Tennessee offense, but maybe since I have 6% Dalton Schultz already, maybe we just go screw it and say Chigo. We're on the clock. Time is ticking down. The model likes Dalton Schultz just so much more. So we'll go ahead and take Dalton Schultz. We'll pair him with his old friends, Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb. We'll pair him up with his buddies. So had to pass on Chigo. I know there's a lot of hype building around him, but the hype around Chigo feels very similar to the hype around Alberto last year. So I'm being wary with my selections of Chigo. If he falls like massively in ADP, like maybe I'm taking a little bit of him. But Dalton Schultz feels a little bit underpriced because I expect that Houston offensive line to stand up pretty well. So I'm excited that we got Dalton Schultz on this team as our second tight end. But at this point, like I said, we just have to start hammering the running backs. But okay, back to this room. I think there are some very specific picks that we need to be making with this team. We have no stacks right now. No stacks at all. But that's okay because we're kind of getting the core of our roster. And I have some plans for exactly the guys that we want to be taking at our picks. Alexander Madison just feels like the grossest pick. Chandler says, saw the thumbnail. You do Unjoshables. And do you see our lineup, Chandler? We have Josh Allen and Josh Jacobs. So we are definitely the Unjoshables today. Maybe that's what will make the title of the show, the Unjoshables. We'll do that for the next episode, number 25. But shout out Kobe. This is the Kobe Bryant episode 24 of our Best Ball Drafted Day show, and we love it. We absolutely love it. Back to the draft. I kind of expect our targets to get taken from us, so we have to prepare for as if those guys get taken. I think that we'd want to go like Gabe Davis to stack with Josh Allen. If our two top targets get taken, okay, one of our top targets gets taken. If the other one gets taken as well, then I think we have to go Gabe Davis. Mr. McChicken, I hope you let him fall to me. Mr. McChicken has all the Chargers boys, so maybe he goes for like a Denver. Maybe he goes for Quentin Johnston to make sure that I don't steal Quentin Johnston from him. If he steals my guy, maybe I'll steal Quentin Johnston from him. Just to get back at him. So he does steal my guy. So I might have to take Quentin Johnston from him. We'll go ahead and grab Gabe Davis with our front pick. But our back pick, we might have to steal Quentin Johnston from him just because he stole Jordan Addison from us. And so I like to be petty. I'll be petty against him. And I don't see any other guys that would help build out our roster anymore. So we'll go ahead and grab Gabe. And then probably Quentin Johnston. It feels like the right pick at this point. He plays Las Vegas and Buffalo, so we'd be able to build out that back end game, and then we can keep targeting that Chargers Denver game. And this gives us leverage versus Mr. McChicken. Mr. McChicken is building out a pretty strong roster, but he stole Jordan Addison from us, so we're going to go ahead and steal Quentin Johnston from him. You can have your Dalvin Cook. That's fine. But we're building out a roster, guys. We got Josh Allen, Josh Jacobs, Joe Mixon, Justin Jefferson, DJ Moore, Gabe Davis, Quentin Johnston. We're on the clock here. Shoot. Let's go ahead and take Roshan. That was kind of a saved by the bell sort of pick. I saw that at the very last second, so we'll go ahead and grab Mr. Roshan Johnson. And then we have a variety of picks that we can make on our next pick. But we're focusing on this team. And I really wish we got Jordan Addison on this team. Stacking Jordan Addison with Justin Jefferson at ADP would have felt really, really good, just locking up that Minnesota offense. But we're going to go ahead and take Quentin Johnston just because he's the yak god. And he feels nice, especially grabbing him against that team. We don't get any of our guys here. Gabe Davis was our 7th round pick. Was that the 6-7 turn? That was the 6-7 turn. So our 6th round pick in this would have been Mike Evans, but obviously Mike Evans didn't make it to us. So we ended up grabbing Gabe. But 8th I guess Pickens could have been an option. But Pickens Pickens was on the board, but maybe we could have gotten Pickens, especially with the way that our tight end room is going to get built out. But we felt petty. We had to take Quentin Johnston from Mr. McChicken. Couldn't let him get Quentin Johnston as well as all the other Chargers receivers. So had to go and get our leverage against that guy in particular, because we were button heads at that point. So it feels petty, but that's okay. We're going to be petty. We're going to be petty today. But okay, back to this room. I love the roster that we're building out here, but we definitely need more running backs. Our running back room is quite weak. I do like how we're anchoring it around Breece Hall, but we definitely need 7 running backs. There are some guys that I love this range of players, but I don't think we can afford to take. We have maybe Roshan wasn't the pick there, but he was 7 picks past ADP, and he has potential in that offense. I like Roshan Johnson as a player, so it feels okay to me. But we're gonna keep stacking our running back room. I think our next 4 picks should all be running backs. And maybe 18th round we'll get another receiver. But our next few picks have to be running back. We're going to go ahead and grab Devin Singletary here. Devin Singletary is definitely going way too late. He's one of the guys that my rankings loves. I love Devin Singletary. I think he's a great player. And the only guy in front of him is Dameon Pierce. I think there's a lot of opportunity behind that. Where's Devin Singletary? RB36. Gets drafted at RB50, going to average about 8 points a game, and I'm fine with that, especially with the opportunity that's opening up in front of him in Houston. But okay, we're 8 picks away on this board. There's a few guys that I definitely know I want to grab. Let's see. So this is the 8-9 turn. The 8-9 turn, Pickens. Maybe we could look at Kamara at these. Yeah, I think we're going to want to look. Okay. Rashad White, Zay Flowers, Elijah Moore. I'm just saying names in case there's a stream sniper out there. Michael Thomas, Evan Engram. Hopefully Crutches was listening. He took Zay Flowers. I didn't want Zay Flowers here. Let me see something real quick. Okay. I think I have an idea of how we're going to want this room to go, of how we're going to want this pick in particular to fall to us. Okay. This is an interesting spot, but I like this spot, especially if it falls to us the exact way that we want it to. Thomas at 8.56 in this range of players. We played Tampa Bay week 17. J-Mo gets taken. Elijah has a little bit of correlation there. Come on. Me and Mr. McChicken are just duking it out. I think him and I's team is going to be the teams to really challenge each other. We're building our teams very, very similarly. He went Jamar, Keenan, Mike Williams, Jordan Addison, Dalvin Cook, Derrick Henry, Joe Burrow. My team is Josh Allen, Josh Jacobs, Joe Mixon, Justin Jefferson, DJ Moore, Gabe Davis, Quentin Johnson. So he might snipe me on kind of the path which I'm trying to build my team. That would be pretty gross, but he can't snipe both players. So hopefully he passes on both of them, and I'm able to just stack both of the guys. James Cook, Tua Tagovailoa, Anthony Richardson. Damn it. Mr. McChicken, you're stealing my guy from me. That's a phenomenal pick. That was going to be our pick to kind of seal up this room. Damn, that hurts. That really hurts. I'm kind of stumped now at this point. I don't know how we're going to build this out. All right, let's go Juju for the bring back. Oh, went Javonte. Oh, that. I don't love Javonte there. That sucks. Okay, let's go ahead and grab Juju for the bring back. I don't know. I didn't love that area because I wanted to grab the Alvin Kamara Michael Thomas stack. So because we missed out on that stack, we're going to go ahead and grab Juju Smith-Schuster for the bring back against Buffalo. That's one game that's getting built out. The Javonte Williams pick I did not love. I really wanted Alvin Kamara since he was the last of the elite guys. So I I don't like how that specific round went. But we'll see how we're able to build up the rest of the team. Getting Alvin Kamara would have been perfect. So, Mr. McChicken, I tip my hat off to you. You're the guy that's gatekeeping me from building my $3 million team. So I think what we're going to do is we're just going to hop into just another draft because you ruined our day. So we're gonna draft another team and hope that this is the one, because I thought this was gonna be the one. It had all the vibes for the one, but if I can get this to be like a 104, and we might be able to even build it out even more perfectly, or maybe even a 102, because this is a good team. It's not the perfect team, but we're still waiting to build the perfect team. The perfect team is possible with the current ADPs. So did we just missed our last pick? We just grabbed. Oh shit! We just missed out on our pick. Grabbed Jeff Wilson. Screw it. I mean, we're kind of going off cuff now. We'll grab Chuba Hubbard on this team too. We grabbed Jeff Wilson. We grabbed Chuba Hubbard. It's unstacked, but whatever. We got 2 more picks left. We'll go ahead and stack Mr. Herbie with one of our last 2 picks. Damn. Feels bad, man. Feels bad, but that's all right. We're gonna bounce back. Let me grab a glass of water. We're still waiting on some time, so 1 second. My I.O. I need you, boy, and Shayo. 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 You know what I need, guys? We need some pump-up music. We need some freaking pump-up music up in here, because my... Oh yeah, we're going with this song. Come on, let's get the vibes back up in here. Now I do what I want. 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 Everybody know I better. Pockets fatter. Nowadays the mama haters, they got sadder. Yeah, I'm feeling one more running back, one more receiver on this team. 6, 7. My real girl, yeah, I said my real girl. Boy, I started at the bottom, made my way to the top. Boy, I'm gonna keep winning. Never had a little, turned that shit to a lot. I like the way that we built out this running back room, actually. It feels pretty good because our wide receivers are all pretty elite. And then so we just stacked a bunch of just guys in this room just in hopes of hitting on 2 of them. I feel good about Breece Hall, but we just got to hit on 2 of these guys, essentially. He took the guy that I wanted. Oh, we've been getting – today is Snipe City. Today is Snipe City, guys. A lot of snipes. It just has to fall right to us one day. We'll go ahead and grab Claypool as our 7th receiver. Stack him with Mr. Roshan. Yeah. Made my way to top. Boy, I'm gonna keep winning. No, I cannot stop. Now I had a little. Turned that shit to a lot. I don't have many game stacks in this build. Yeah, this was kind of a random build. We even missed out on the Jeff Wilson pick, but that's okay. We'll take Jeff Wilson. Mr. McChicken, are you going to do it to us again? You've been doing it all day to us. Let's go. Mr. McChicken misses out on sniping us finally. And we're going to get our two guys, Zay Jones and Damian Harris. We're back on track, guys. That's all we need. We need some vibes. We need some music. Our running back room is stacked. That's beautiful. That's really beautiful. This is like the exact sort of players. It's the Damian Harris revenge game, guys. The Damian Harris revenge game. That's why we have to. That's why Damian Harris is just beautiful for this team. It's a revenge game. Nowadays, that I'm on head, I guess that. CPAP fits this team too, doesn't he? $107. It's a little bit later than how we wanted to build it, but that's okay. We'll see how that works out for us. But all right, this draft is done. For this team, we got Justin Herbert, Dak Prescott, Breece Hall, Antonio Gibson, Roshan Johnson, Devin Singletary, Jeff Wilson, Chuba Hubbard, Cordero Patterson. Wide receivers, Stephon Diggs, CeeDee Lamb, Amari Cooper, Mike Evans, Jahan Dotson, Brandon Cooks, Chase Claypool. Tight ends, Pat Freiermuth, Dalton Schultz. Feels strong. Feels good, man. Feels good. But this team we're building out pretty nicely. We have some guys that I love to have in that New England Buffalo game. Josh Allen, Damian Harris, Gabe Davis, Juju. The Chargers-Denver game, we got Javonte, Quentin Johnston. Need some more of that game. What Cincinnati guy do we have? Oh, we got Joe. We got Mr. Joe Mixon. I forgot about him. Maybe if it falls to us, 15 picks, we could grab Kincaid. What does the model think of Dubs? Whoa, why is Romeo not on here? Oh, he is on here. Romeo Dubs. He's a little bit of a value. 51 versus 62. There you go. If you pass on both of them. Oh, we get one of Christian McCaffrey, Cooper Kupp, or Travis Kelce. So that's kind of nice. Anytime studs. Please take Travis Kelce. All right, we'll go ahead and take Travis Kelce. Hold on. Is the leverage we build against the room going to be Travis? All right, we'll go ahead and take Travis Kelce. So that's going to be the leverage we'll build against the room. Different build that we're going with here. But we'll go ahead and take Travis Kelce here. I was hoping that Cooper Kupp was going to fall to us since he's our wide receiver one. That would have been a really, really unique build to get Travis Kelce super, super late. Logan Jandro, gang. Let's go. This is our third Basketball Mania stream, or our third draft on the stream. We're going to go ahead. Let's get the vibes back up. You know, we need some more vibes up in here. Everybody goes on very fast. Okay. Let's see. We're up in 7. We could go Dubs for the bring back against Justin Jefferson. Maybe grab Jordan Love to just stack. Maybe Justin Jefferson's our bring back against Minnesota. We have Zay Jones. We could build out a Carolina sort of stack and get like a Bryce Young. We could start targeting the tight end position because Dulcich is the last of the elite tight ends, and he does fit our Quentin Johnston game stack. Quentin Johnston, Javonte. So maybe we'll go we could go either Dubs, Thielen. We could go Thielen, DJ Chark. We could even go Alec Pierce. Now the Las Vegas players don't make a ton of sense now. So maybe it's just naked Josh Jacobs. That's fine. Who's up? Who's going to fall to us here? Oh, this is really terrible range to be in, honestly. Oh, I hate this spot. I hate this spot. This is really gross. T. Higgins is the top guy on the board. I think we take T. All right, Josh Allen got reached on. I think we take Higgins here if it falls that way. Yeah, the model loves T. Higgins. So we'll go ahead and take T. Higgins here. Game stacking with Travis Kelce feels unique. Okay, Dubs got taken. Thielen does get taken. So I think we'll grab Dulcich here. And maybe we just grab KJ Osborne to continue to stack that Minnesota team. That would feel kind of nice. We also could start bringing in the Carolina boys. It just depends on how we want to build this. I think we definitely go receiver here. Chark or Osborne. We're definitely going to go Dulcich on the front end to grab our first tight end and continue to stack out that game. Alec Pierce, Lazard, Brandon Cooks, Chark. Chark is over Thielen too. Who's the other receiver we're considering? Osborne. Does Osborne even pop up on here? DJ Chark. We're gonna start building in the Carolina boys. I think that Carolina Jacksonville game is a game I want to target. I know the Minnesota Green Bay game is going to be pretty juicy too. We'll try to figure out a way to build that in. But our running back room feels really good. Maybe we grab one more, but maybe not until even the 18th round. I think I want to start building out the other pieces in the roster first. So we're going to look at Osborne. We could look at Jordan Love. Marvin Mims, Gerald Everett all fit the team. Jaden Reed, MBS both fit the team. Tyquan Thornton fits the team. The model does like Pickett. I guess I should bring back in Cincinnati. Dawson Knox, Bryce Young. Hunter Renfro, Chuba Hubbard. Josh Downs is against Las Vegas. Chase Claypool. Gesicki, Lenny. Hayden Hurst, Trey McBride, Mac Jones, Tim Patrick, CH, Ty Chandler, Terrace Marshall, Josh Palmer, all guys we can go ahead and target. Hunter Henry, CPAT, Dwayne McBride, Josh Kelly, all guys we could target. You know all time. You our time for the last month. Anytime studs, what you gonna do, man? Damn it, I wanted Mahomes. Gross spot. Real gross spot. We'll go take Lamar. Real gross spot. Really, really, really gross spot. But screw it. We got Lamar Jackson. We'll go unstack Lamar without Mark Andrews. It's fine. But Lamar Jackson feels good. Travis Kelce, T. Higgins feels good. We'll go ahead and grab some Miami boys. But the model loves Lamar Jackson. He's QB3 in the model. I wanted the Mahomes. Mahomes, Higgins, Kelce stack would have felt really good. We almost got it, guys. Almost. Just missed out on it. It feels like we're just right there. It's just like right on the tip of the tongue. Okay. I have a meeting coming up in 15 minutes, so we got to do this fast. Yeah, we're gonna need shoot. 53.8, 55 would feel like a reach. Oh man, what do I do here, guys? I guess we could just start building in a completely new game. This is an interesting spot. So this is one of those really, really interesting spots. Like, it's like pick your adventure, choose your own adventure sort of thing. But I do see some correlation that we could sort of target. You know what? I think I'm going to go that route. I would be going down the board a little bit, but I think that's okay. ETN 38. Model doesn't love or hate ETN, but I feel like I need to grab one of these receivers here before it gets starting getting gross. I wanted Christian Kirk. I can't believe he got sniped like that. Screw it. Let's go Drake London. I like both Keenan Allen and Mike Williams, but I haven't been drafting too much of them. And it feels good to be grabbing Drake London. Maybe Mike Williams was the play, but that's okay. Maybe ETN was the play too. But there's a particular guy which I want to grab, and like I'm okay going like naked Drake London. If our guy gets taken, we could even go like a DJ Moore on the second pick, and that would feel pretty good to stack those two in that Week 17 game. But hey, we're trying to just build out our team the way that we know how to do. Where's Drake London on here? Drake London feels like he'd be a little bit lower. Drake London is a little bit lower here at 8.85. Maybe Mike Williams was the pick then. Because all of these guys, so after Christian Kirk, maybe Ayuk, I don't know. Doc, what's up? How you doing? But yeah, this did not go as planned. This particular team did not go as planned. We'll see if we can save it though. This team I'm a big fan of. This one has been built out pretty nicely for us. We have Josh Allen, Josh Jacobs, Joe Mixon, Javonte Williams, Damian Harris, Justin Jefferson, DJ Moore, Gabe Davis, Quentin Johnson, Juju Smith-Schuster, Zay Jones, DJ Chark, Greg Dulcich. We have the leverage in this room having Travis Kelce. We have him game stacked with T. Higgins. So we'll see. We might target like a Kyle Pitts, and then we'll probably try to stack on all the Chicago boys later on. We're on the clock here. We'll go ahead and grab Gerald Everett. And I think our next pick, we're probably going to want to get – let's go ahead and grab Bryce Young. I know we're going down the board a little bit to go ahead and grab him. Screw it. I want Kenny Pickett. I wanted Kenny. Interesting way to build this team, but I like Kenny Pickett. I think that whole entire Pittsburgh offense is going to be pretty elevated this year. And maybe we can grab, I don't even know what other Pittsburgh guy we could grab, but whatever. Maybe unstack Kenny Pickett. All the stacking guys are going to hate it, but that's okay. Y'all can hate on my picks. Y'all aren't the ones drafting it. Anytime studs, he took the Mahomes from us. He took Burrow from us too. So we didn't even really want Burrow, but he's just gatekeeping. He's trying to gatekeep everybody else from drafting solid teams. So we have to get away from the red badges because these guys are just having such a large volume of drafts that they're just gatekeeping all these guys. Anytime studs, he's probably going to snipe our player again from us too. And he does. He snipes us again. We just keep having these red badges just sitting right in front of us, just sniping us on our picks. Why? Screw it. We'll go J.K. Dobbins as our RB1, just for the Lamar Jackson J.K. Dobbins stack. Because all of our other stacking partners were sniped from us. Anytime studs is gatekeeping us from our optimal team. But we might, honestly, guys, I have to run in 10 minutes for a meeting with my director. So Might have to drop in a second, but we're going to try to build this team out the best way that we know how to. We'll go ahead and just add all the guys that we want to our queue. So that we can try to get as many of these guys as possible. What other stacking partners do we have? We're just going to go ahead and try to stack all of these guys. I know I don't love Kadarius Toney, but he fits this build, unfortunately. So we're forced to take a look at him, even though I don't love it whatsoever. It fits the build. So when it fits the build, it works for the team. So, oops, no, not B-Rob. Definitely not B-Rob. Never B-Rob. Never, ever B-Rob. Actually, Dalvin Cook fits this build too. Where's Dalvin Cook? We could fit in a Dameon Pierce here as well. Where's Mr. Dalvino? Dalvino fits the build. A-Chain. Damian Harris, naked Damian Harris always fits any build. That's fine. Khalil Herbert, Elijah Mitchell, Sky Moore, Darnell Mooney, McKinnon. Unfortunately, Rashee Rice fits the build. Thielen, Komet, Alec Pierce, Tank Bigsby, Roshan, even Irv Smith, even though I hate Irv Smith. Actually, we have Kelsey. We don't need to take Irv Smith at that price. Raheem Mostert, MBS. Tyquan Thornton, DPJ, Marvin Mims, just random guys who I like that I'm okay getting unstacked. Chase Brown fits the build. Even Hunter Renfrow, Chuba Hubbard. Screw it, Josh Downs, Gus Edwards, Chase Claypool. Brock Purdy, Trey Lance both fit the build. Hayden Hurst always fits the build. Isaiah Likely, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Ty Chandler, they fit the build as well. Justin Ross definitely fits the build. Okay, so we get Kyle Pitts to fall to us. We'll go ahead and take Kyle Pitts, stack him with Drake London. Feels gross getting both of the Atlanta pass catchers, but that's fine. This is bully tight end. I didn't even realize I forgot that we had Travis Kelce. So that's going to make for a very unique roster. I don't imagine too many people are going to have Travis Kelce, Kyle Pitts. I might end up hating this team, but that's okay because we love this team. This team that we were able to build out. This is the Josh lineup, and we ended up just jumping into another room. So I guess it works, but not really. But whatever, it's fine. It's fine. We'll let it happen. We'll let it slide. But we're definitely gonna. Oh, is Mr. McChicken gonna snipe us again? He does not. All right, so let's go ahead and take Leonard Fournette as our 5th running back, and then we probably need an 8th wide receiver here, and then we can just grab our last pick and be a tight end. Who fits this build the best? Tim Patrick. Build Josh Palmer into this lineup. Model loves Josh Palmer. I'm a big Josh Palmer fan. And there's another Josh for us. Add as many Joshes to this team as possible. Josh Jacobs, Josh Allen, Josh Palmer. Come on down. This is the Josh team. I love that. Add another game stack there. So that feels nice. Feels warm and cozy. But our last pick could go tight end or quarterback, or maybe just a 9th wide receiver. I might just go a 9th wide receiver on this team. Maybe like a Justin Ross, just like uncorrelated Justin Ross, just like let it fall to us that way. Could do that. We'll see. Laviska Shenault. We always love me some Laviska. We're 1 pick away here. Definitely need to go. Ooh, Swift has fallen massively. Swift doesn't fit this build, though. Let's go ahead and grab Dalvin here. Dalvin with J.K. Dobbins feels nice. And if he lands in Miami, that's the bring back that we need. So we'll go ahead and grab Dalvin Cook here in the 7th. And then our next pick, I think I know exactly who we want. But we need We need wide receivers. So we'll go ahead and get our stacking partner at that point. But it's looking pretty thin for us at wide receiver. This is definitely going to be a 10 wide receiver team. We have a wide receiver 2 and a wide receiver 1, but hopefully our flex is going to get filled with Kyle Pitts on a weekly basis, because this bully tight end team is. We went full bully tight end with this team, and I don't love it at this point, but we'll see. We might be able to build this out the way that we wanted to. We were able to get Dalvin Cook to bring back that Baltimore-Miami game, but this is looking like our resources are drying up at the receiver position. This is going to be a really, really gross team, but we might be able to make it work since we're going to get so many weekly points with Travis Kelce. But I think as soon as this draft finishes up, I'm going to hop off the stream so I can start preparing for my meeting. But always appreciate you guys hopping on the stream with me. It's been a lot of fun. And we'll see who falls to us at our last pick. There's a few different ways which we can go with it, but I think we're definitely going to want to go receiver with this route. Since our running backs are good, our quarterback's good. Tight ends are fine, and I think both of those offenses are going to be much improved. So I'm okay taking a 0 some weeks at tight end, and I think we're definitely going to want to go receiver just for the upside with the pick. We're going to want to go as correlated as possible too. So Terrace Marshall fits the build. Justin Ross, I think, opens us up to some nice options. Who's the stack partner? Where's the Cincinnati LAC that we have? Who's the we have Joe Mixon. Justin Ross actually is really interesting. Just to get a piece of that Kansas City offense as the last pick in the draft, it would feel pretty good. We're going to go ahead and take Zay Flowers with this team. I think it works. It works with Lamar Jackson. Yeah, we just need to just hammer wide receivers. Just need to hammer wide receivers. Let's really gross area of the draft. New Orleans, Tampa Bay. Let's move Kamara to the top of the board. Let's move J-Mo to the top of the board. Either of those guys works. There's even Lazard, Cortland Sutton, even though I don't love Cortland Sutton, but like if he falls to our pick, I think we just need bodies. We just need bodies in there. Alan Lazard. Odell gets taken. That takes one of our partners. Jacoby. Definitely need some Jacoby in my life. Oh, man, this is getting real gross real quick, guys. Real gross, real freaking quick. But I guess that is what it is. What it is. Let's move Terrace Marshall to the top. Go ahead and take Terrace Marshall with our last pick. Hopefully. I don't even know who got drafted at our last pick. But that's going to do it for us today, guys. I really appreciate you all hopping on the stream, and I hope you all have a good rest of your day. Peace.